I am coming for you! I am coming for you! She said, as she was silenced by mercenaries hired by the village's biggest nightmare. In a lush African kingdom, nestled within the embrace of nature's magnificence, lay the vibrant village of Mbalantu. Surrounded by towering baobab trees and lush greenery, it was a haven of tranquility and community spirit. At the heart of this thriving village dwelled a revered healer named Adana. Renowned far and wide for her gentle touch and intuitive wisdom, Adana was not just a healer, but a beacon of hope for the villagers. From the moment she was born, it was said that she possessed a rare gift, an innate ability to sense the subtle energies of both body and soul. Her keen intuition guided her in diagnosing ailments that others could not detect, allowing her to offer solace and remedy to those in need. With her knowledge of ancient herbs and remedies passed down through generations, Adana became a pillar of strength and healing in the community, earning the trust and admiration of all who sought her aid. One ominous day, as the sun beat down relentlessly on the village, Adana was busily attending to the sick and weary who sought refuge in her humble healing hut. Amidst the process and the distant sounds of village life, a conversation caught her attention. "Have you heard about the taxes?" whispered an anxious villager to another. "It's getting worse every year. I fear for our livelihoods." Intrigued, Adana approached, her brow furrowed with concern. "What taxes are you speaking of?" she inquired gently. The villagers exchanged wary glances before one spoke up. "It's the king and his chiefs, Adana. They've been imposing exorbitant taxes on us, squeezing every last coin from our pockets." Adana's heart sank as she listened to the tales of hardship and suffering inflicted upon her people by those in power. Determined to uncover the truth, she delved deeper into the matter, piecing together fragments of information until she stumbled upon a dark secret lurking within the kingdom's halls of power. Through tireless investigation and conversations with villagers, Adana unearthed the malevolent schemes of the king and his chiefs, who had been amassing their wealth through deceit and treachery, leaving a trail of suffering and despair in their wake. As the gravity of her discovery settled upon her, Adana knew that she could not turn a blind eye to the injustice that plagued her kingdom. With unwavering resolve, she vowed to expose the corruption and restore righteousness to her beloved village, no matter the cost. Determined to expose the truth and bring justice to her people, Adana gathered her courage and sought an audience with the king himself. With unwavering determination, she stood before the throne, her voice steady despite the tremble in her heart. "Your Majesty," she began, her tone respectful yet firm, "I have uncovered troubling information regarding the taxation policies imposed upon our villagers." The king's expression darkened as he listened to Adana's words, his advisors exchanging uneasy glances beside him. "What is the meaning of this, Adana?" he demanded, his voice tinged with a hint of menace. Undisturbed, Adana continued, "It has come to my attention that the taxes levied upon our people are unjust and oppressive, driving many into poverty and despair." The king's facade of indifference cracked, revealing the flicker of fear that lay beneath. "You dare to accuse me of wrongdoing, Adana?" he spat, his voice rising with anger. But Adana stood her ground, her resolve unshaken. "I speak only the truth, Your Majesty," she replied. The king and his advisor, fearing the loss of his power and prestige as Adana is quite popular, she has the influence to gather people and join hands together in questioning the village rulers. The king and his associate had a meeting immediately after she left and decided to hire mercenaries to silence Adana forever before she gives people the voice to question him. But even in the face of such tyranny, Adana remained steadfast in her quest for justice, knowing that the truth could never be silenced for long. Tragically, Adana's unwavering commitment to truth and justice led to her betrayal at the hands of those she once trusted in power. In a cruel twist of fate, she found herself cornered by the very individuals she had sought to protect, their greed and thirst for power outweighing any loyalty they may have once held. With heavy hearts and trembling hands, they carried out the king's decree, mercilessly silencing Adana and extinguishing the flame of hope she had ignited within the hearts of her people. Yet, even as her life ebbed away, Adana's spirit remained unbroken, fueled by an unyielding resolve to see justice served, both for herself and for the countless others who had suffered under the tyranny of corrupt rulers. Though her physical form may have been extinguished, her legacy lived on in the hearts of those who dared to stand up against oppression, ensuring that her sacrifice would never be forgotten. As Adana's spirit ascended to the realm of the ancestors, she found herself enveloped in a warm embrace of light and wisdom. Standing before her was a venerable elder, their eyes filled with ancient knowledge and compassion. With a gentle smile, the elder spoke, their voice resonating with the echoes of generations past. "Adana," they began, their words carrying the weight of destiny, "your journey is far from over. Though your earthly form may have departed, your spirit remains bound to the sacred duty entrusted to you." Adana listened intently, her heart heavy yet determined. "What must I do?" she asked, her voice echoing with resolve. The elders' gaze softened, their wisdom shining like a beacon in the darkness. "You must return to the mortal world," they replied, "for there are still hearts to heal, truths to uncover, and justice to be served. Your mission is not yet complete, Adana. Embrace your destiny and let your spirit guide you." With a renewed sense of purpose, Adana's spirit prepared to descend once more into the realm of the living, ready to continue her quest for truth and righteousness, no matter the challenges that lay ahead. Returning to the earthly realm with another identity, Adana's spirit was guided by the wisdom of the elder as she sought out a man whose heart burned with a righteous flame. She found him in Jabari, a humble farmer whose compassion for his fellow villagers knew no bounds. Drawn to his kind spirit and unwavering integrity, Adana intentionally allowed herself to fall in love with him, knowing that their bond would be the first step in her quest for justice. As their love blossomed, Adana and Jabari became inseparable. Their shared passion for righteousness and their deep commitment to their village strengthening their bond with each passing day. Together, they embarked on a journey to uncover the truth behind the corruption that plowed their kingdom, using their love as a source of strength and resilience in the face of adversity. With Jabari by her side, Adana knew that she was not alone in her quest, and together they would fight tirelessly to bring about the justice their people so desperately deserved. In a stroke of luck, Adana and Jabari stumbled upon an unexpected opportunity to gain access to the palace. It was during the annual festival celebrating the kingdom's founding, a time when the palace gates were thrown open to all citizens in a display of unity and goodwill. As night fell and the festivities reached their peak, Adana and Jabari seized their chance to slip away from the revelry, making their way towards the archives, where they hoped to uncover the truth hidden within the palace walls. With a mixture of nerves and excitement, they approached the guarded entrance, their hearts racing as they prepared to confront the secrets that lay hidden within. They stumbled upon ancient records detailing the true origins of the kingdom's wealth. "These records tell a different story," Adana murmured, her brow furrowed in disbelief as she traced her fingers over the faded parchment. Jabari's eyes widened in realization as he examined the evidence before them. "The taxes were never meant to enrich the kingdom," he remarked, his voice tinged with anger. "They were meant to line the pockets of the king and his cronies. They decided to carry as much as they can as they make their way out of the palace. Their discovery sent shockwaves through the kingdom, stirring whispers of dissent among the villagers who had long suffered under the burden of unjust taxation. With each piece of evidence they uncovered, Adana and Jabari distribute all the records to different parts of the village. Your reign of tyranny ends here, Adana declared, her voice unwavering as she stood before the king and his advisors, her eyes blazing with the fire of justice. Jabari stood at her side, his presence a silent yet powerful testament to their unity in the face of oppression. The king's defiance crumbled in the face of their unwavering resolve, his once mighty facade now nothing more than a mask of fear and desperation. You cannot silence the truth, Jabari proclaimed, his voice echoing through the throne room as he confronted the corrupt rulers. With the support of the people behind them, Adana and Jabari succeeded in bringing the truth to light, rallying their fellow villagers to stand against the tyranny that had held them captive for far too long. Together, impeach all the rulers together with the king, as they start afresh with new rulers. Thank you for watching.